so YouTube is always slower, it seems. Hey, Bree, how are you doing? Thank you for that message. I'll be checking on it a little later. Hello, Leah, Mad Journalist. How are you guys doing? Hey, Nat. I am too low. So let me bring this up a little bit. Hi, Carolyn. So, wow. Second day in a row. Doing great, aren't I? So, yeah. Trust me, I almost kind of thought, I'm too tired to do this. But I also had a headache really bad today. I think I just did not drink enough water today. Hi, Marissa. Thank you. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, I didn't drink enough water, and I think when I don't drink enough water, I get this headache in the back of my, like at the base of my skull, and it was pretty bad. So you are doing awesome. Yes, I'm cheering for you. Thank you so much. You guys are great. That's what keeps me coming back. So today I wanted to just cover, what did I want to cover? Well, let me tell you a little bit of what happened yesterday, since vlogs are supposed to be about your life, right? Although, you know, I don't want too much focus on me necessarily, but what am I saying? I do want focus on, just kidding. Yeah, so yesterday in the morning, actually before I vlogged, my husband, I got the worst phone call, one of the worst phone calls you can ever get. It's that I got into an accident. Those are hard words to hear first thing in the morning at 10 o'clock. Kidding, it was earlier than that. That's not that early, 10. Anyway, just making a joke there. It was, I think, about, I don't know, maybe 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, right before I was about to leave leave for the day. I was still at home. And so, anyway, yeah, I heard that news, and so I was like, what happened? And apparently he was in a 5-car pileup on the freeway. And there was a person who was the 5th car. She was not paying attention. She was looking over to the side, looking at the CHP officer who's giving somebody a ticket, I believe. And she just kept going and did not even brake. And it was already stop and go traffic, but she hit pretty hard. And so 5 cars were affected. And my husband was the 3rd car, fortunately. Well, he was sandwiched in between the other 2 cars. But anyway, he said that the worst injured was the woman, because in her car she did not have a headrest. And so I was wondering if that was something that was normal for that particular car. So I asked him, and he said, no, that's not normal. Someone took it out and never put it back. I cannot believe a 5-car crash because of rubbernecking. Exactly. But that is California, especially Southern California. Anyway, so it was pretty bad, and so the lady had to be taken in an ambulance. And so anyway, just wanted to let you guys know, you know, be careful out there, and with a headrest like that, make sure you have a headrest, because she was the most affected and had to go to the hospital because she did not have it. And so I know that sometimes I don't really know why people take them off for whatever reason, but you know, needs to make sure that you put it back. So anyway, that happened in the morning, and then I had a good morning, and I went and had a meeting with a friend, and I helped her get a little bit more into journaling. And so that was a very, very much a highlight, and we got to fellowship and talk about things, and it was just a really nice time and relaxing time. Yes, thank the Lord, everybody was okay. But anyway, and then right after that, I was thinking of going to the studio to go back to work and do some work there. And actually, I'm supposed to be videotaping something this week. And but then I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go get some food for dinner, go to the grocery store, go to dinner. get some dinner, and then go home and actually cook for the first time in a very long time. My husband's actually the cook in the family. So anyway, I went and so I decided not to go to the studio. And what happens typically is that when I'm at work, I usually don't leave until about 6, 7. Sometimes we actually don't even leave until like 8 o'clock. And I usually will wait for my husband until he's done, and then we go and do whatever. And so that's our normal habit. Well, after he got into the car accident, he went over to Orange County, which is about an hour away, but it probably took him about 3.5 hours to get there and back. Hi, Suzanne. Thank you very much. She said, glad that your husband is okay. So he did this, and I'm thinking, why is he pushing himself, right? But that's just how he is. This needed to get done, needed to pick up some equipment, and so he just went and did it. He really could have had one of his guys do it, but that's just my husband. And anyway, he did not know this next event was going to happen. So backtrack. Around 3 o'clock, I decided I'm just going to go home. I'm not going to go to the studio because I'm going to be stuck there. And so I went home, and in my garage, I noticed there was water coming out, and there was water spewing when I opened up the garage door. Our water heater broke. And I was a little bit like not sure where it was coming from, but then I showed my husband, and so he told me how to turn it off. And so there's a little bit of a panic there. But anyway, I was able to turn it off. But the whole thing, I was thinking to myself, you know, had I gone to work, I would have been away for another 5, 6 hours. I would have had a flood. And so I was just so thankful that even though I had to clean that up, and there was a mess, and he had to come home and fix it after he had a long drive home, and his back hurt from the accident. He had to fix it. But I was so thankful that, number one, he was okay. The car is probably going to be totaled, but he was okay. And the fact that, you know, I counted my blessings that it wasn't worse than it already was, even though I ended up working until 8:30 at night, I think, cleaning up the garage. So, so my question is to you guys, when you have something happen to you like that, what is your first reaction? Is it usually your reaction basically one that is, you get upset or you get really panicked? Sometimes, you know, my reaction, I notice that sometimes it seems delayed, and I'm not sure why, but sometimes I feel like it's delayed. Like if one of my daughters one time hit her head or something like that, my first instinct wasn't to go, oh, I got to go take care of this. My first instinct was to sit back and go, okay, what's going on here? You know, it's just, I've been told that I get weird. It goes so quickly. I go in this cold EMT-like response. Okay, totally calm. And that's kind of how I am. I get really calm. And then, you know, I'm going to be tested on this. The adrenaline later, totally calm. I think the delay is a coping mechanism. I get more upset afterwards. I get weirdly calm. I stay real calm. Okay, so I'm not the only one, because I always thought that that was kind of weird, because I don't react so quickly. And anyway, yeah, and so it was just a weird feeling. And I think it is a coping mechanism, so I don't go crazy or something, right? But anyway, so yeah, that was the events of yesterday, and I was just thankful that that everything turned out okay. And one other really quick story, we had something stolen from, okay, this is a thing. It's because we all journal, that's why we are calm. So this must be a thing. The water, I don't know what they call them, at the building where, you know, water, I don't know what it is, where the water comes from. Anyway, there's brass or copper. It's made of copper, and apparently people steal those. And so one day, someone stole the one in front of our building, and it was like a $3,000 expense. And, you know, it was one of those, it was like, oh my gosh, you know, it's such a small piece, and to replace it, it costs so much. But I remember my husband calling me, and I don't know if this was encouraging to him at that moment, because he's calling me and he's saying, oh my gosh, someone stole our, whatever, the water pipe. And now, um, you know, it's going to cost so much money to replace it, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, you know what though? I'm so glad. This is exactly what I said. I'm so glad that we have the money to be able to pay for it. Some people would not be able to pay for something like that, and would, you know, they would have to suffer through it. And he said, okay, but you don't understand. We can't use the bathroom at work. So it's like, okay, now that is a dilemma. Now that is something to panic about. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of always been my thing. I always try to think of the positive part of it. When I am stuck in traffic, and if you are anywhere in California, been in California, you know what traffic is like. It can be horrific, especially on the 91. When I get stuck on traffic, I miss an off-ramp, you know, automatically I try to think I was being saved from an accident or something like that, because if I let that get to me, I will have road rage, and that's not going to be good. So anyway, just thought I'd share that with you guys. Hopefully that helps someone who might tend to go towards being upset so quickly. You just try to think of the positive side of it. You know, like my husband will say, it's like being a Pollyanna. So that's that. Anyway, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys too really quick something that came in today. Have you guys seen these? They're called, ooh, my lighting is shining on it. Sorry. They're called end papers by Field Notes. Super cool little notebooks. I'm in the same about travel, saved from something. Exactly. That's perspective. It's all relative. Yep. Life is so much easier with gratitude and looking at the positive. Exactly. I mean, who wants to be down in the dumps? I mean, I don't. Sometimes it can't be helped. Things happen in your life, and I'm not downsizing that or what have you, but it's things can happen in your life, but it's how you react to it a lot of times, you know. And so anyway, so yeah, cool little Field Notes and papers, and I just wanted to show you guys really quick. If you did not see, not very many posted, I don't think. The leather that was in the subscription this past month in September, that was the number 2 in the 3rd subscription series. It's the 2nd installment. Tell me about the paper. Okay, well, so cool. Thank you. Okay, so this right here is what the last one was that we sent. My journaling buddy from work gifted me with that set today. It was such a sweet blessing to start my day. Haven't even opened it yet. Oh, very nice. So this is what the latest one that we sent in the folio subscription, if you guys have not seen it. It's embossed, so you can see it right there. It's really pretty. I was saving this. I had this in summer, and I was saving it just for fall. So I really liked it. Anyway, so I wanted to show you what it looks like and how it fits with a Weeks. And this is a Mega Weeks, by the way. And inside of it is that end papers by Field Notes. So it does fit in there, but it is smaller than the Weeks. But I don't know if you guys are familiar with the little Weeks. I had it here because it's usually in my setup. Anyway, the little Weeks, the thin little insert that you can purchase for the Weeks is about the same height. So this is just a little bit thicker, of course. The other one is more like an insert. So it's really nice. As far as writing is concerned, I actually have not tried it, Bree. I will have to let you know. I just got this in, and I opened it up really quick and to try it inside this Weeks. And I will have to say that in the Weeks folio currently that we have, it does fit in there. Like I said, let me show you again. It does fit in there. and but it is pretty thick. But it does fit. One cover on one side, one on the other. But I will test it. This piece of leather, in case you could see that, happens to have a marking on it. That's why this one's my copy. So, yeah. But anyway, also with it came this set. I totally forgot to talk about this. I wanted to, of course, because this was the artist for this subscription series. One of the artists, anyway, as you guys know. Hey, who has seen the video from today on YouTube on the our table talk over in Canada? Who's seen that? Anyway, while you guys are answering, the first one, that was the first one for this third subscription series, and the first one you did, Alex Mack. Cool. Documented journey, yes. Oh, great, it was wonderful. Thank you so much. Anyway, the first one was Bree over Documented Journey. She made those notebooks for me, those lovely notebooks, and so we show it on that video. Some of my favorite Canadian ladies, yes. It is the best. You know, I have to say, I am so glad you guys said that, because when I videoed that, okay, I'm going to get very real here. My husband is very much into technology, and he very much listens to what is going on out there and what people like, what people don't like, okay? So he is my source of information. A lot of times I don't have time to read up on that stuff, and it's very much an interest to him, so he will share these things with me. And I really love him for that, because my husband is a wealth of knowledge, always has been. He does not think he is sharp or smart, but I tell you, he knows so much information. Like, for instance, he could look at a car in a magazine, and he can say what kind of car it is, what year it was, and how many of them were built, if they are special cars or limited. It's just amazing the wealth of information the man has. So he knows all this stuff, and he will share them with me. And he always says that, you know, these days they really want short videos. I get that. I want short videos. A lot of times I just want to get to the point. But I've always told him, I watched it, really loved it, felt like I was sitting there with you all. Mine too. I always call him a walking encyclopedia. We've got to get them together, Sarah. Brought back such wonderful memories of that weekend. Exactly. Okay, so I call it Isaac useless knowledge, even though it's not useless. I'm picking on him. Exactly, right? Because sometimes it's like, okay, really, walking encyclopedia, I don't really want to hear about all this stuff because it doesn't pertain to me at the moment. Maybe later on. But anyway, and so he's always telling me what is up, what needs to, you know, how many minutes, videos, and all of that. And I've always told him, you know what? I get that, but you don't understand. I have a different audience. And yes, there are those who want things quick. Like I said, I want it quick too. I just want to get down to the information. But yet there are others who want to listen. Because I've asked a couple of my customers in the past, they like to sit there and turn on the video and wash dishes and just listen. You know, and so there's all kinds. And so I try to get into the middle of that and kind of figure out what is best for me, and partly my personality, and also because of my audience, right? Because I know my audience, and that's what I tell him. I know my audience, and my audience doesn't care if it's only won't like it if it's only 5 minutes. They'll feel like there's not enough. So all that to say, when I was doing this video, I really wasn't sure I was going to, it wasn't necessarily my plan to video it, to share. I wanted to, that was my heart. I wanted people to get to know these fantastic, lovely ladies, but I also wanted them to feel like, I like the chatty videos because I can listen to art and doing house chores. Okay, but I don't want to be that chatty, but I am right now. Anyway, let me finish. So I wanted to share it because I know there's a lot of people who do not have that kind of connection. They don't have people in their area who has the same interests and all of that. And so I wanted to share that. That was my heart, but I wasn't sure if I was actually going to do it. And so when I put it up, I just asked the girls, hey, can I videotape you guys? I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to share it or not because I knew I didn't have the right lighting equipment because, of course, I flew in and I didn't have enough equipment with me. And also I just wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, you know. And so when I was on the when I was editing it, I was just looking at it and I just kept laughing. It was such a great memory. I'm silly. Sorry. Anyway, it was just such a great memory and I was just so blessed. But yeah, part of me was going, okay, this is going to be too long. People are not going to want to see this, you know. And so I almost cut off a lot of it. But as I kept going through it, I'm like, I can't cut that off. That just totally shows her personality. Like, for instance, Maria going, was that great or what? I could not have asked her to do that in advance. That was just automatic. It was just so cool, you know? And so, anyway, I wanted you guys to feel that, and I wanted you to feel like you're sitting there with us enjoying that moment. And so, lighting wasn't the best, and I know that. Audio wasn't the best. I need equipment for that. But I wanted to share that with you guys. And so I'm just really super happy that I got a lot of good feedback on it. And I know there will be some people who will be like, oh man, that's too much. It's, you know, it's just a lot of blabbing or whatever. And that's fine. That's why we have a difference between video and live. Even though that's video, it's kind of live, so to speak. And so that's the difference. You know, on video, it's easy to just get through what you need to get through, and that is what I try to do on video. But here, I want to be able to let some chatting go on because that's what it's about. That is what social media is about, is that connecting with one another. And like I said, there's a lot of people, there's some people who do not have connections, and this is their connection, that they're able to just feel like they're part of a family or a group, you know what I mean? And so I'm not going to apologize anymore for some of my longer lives or videos. You know, I'm just going to do what I feel is right at the moment, and I try to have a balance. Definitely, I'm always trying to look for that. But anyway, how do we get to that point? How long is this now? 23 minutes, you guys. But hey, I checked out some of the Vlogtobers, and oh my gosh, it's even longer than this. So, oh well. Anyway, okay, here we go. So I wanted to show you guys, that's what I was trying to get at, is I wanted to show you the stationery that came in this second installment of the third subscription of folios. Community is so important to me, and I find it through social media, especially when I'm all the way out in Puerto Rico. Exactly. And yeah, we got to share the heart of all of you, and I can say you are all as sweet and fun in person as you are on the video. Video did not alter personalities, I think that's what it said. So yeah, but they're funny. These ladies are so funny. I love them, but the time flies. It sure does. Okay, have to pick up my girl. Okay, bye, Maria. You do you. Well, that's what we love. Oh, thank you so much. But anyway, okay, let me get to these. But it is me to try to hurry up and get stuff done because I do have to also get going. I have a dinner date with a girlfriend. But anyway, wanted to show you guys this. This was it was the stationery item for the second set. And so this is from Brittany. I know her name, Carrots and Olives. You guys know her. She does a lot of videos. And so anyway, so this came from her. This is just paper that you could put inside your weeks, because it is this that came with it. It's a weeks notebook. But I also asked her to design some stickers for me. Love her, yes. I asked her to design stickers for me. So if you guys haven't seen it, Isn't that cool? So these are little sojourners. And these are basically, it's for the weeks. It says notes. It has the days. And just stickers that you could put in your weeks. Or any planner or what have you. There she is, Carrots and Olive. She's on the YouTube. She has a channel. It's Carrots and Olive, I believe. So anyway, she designed these for me. And I'm so thankful for all the artists who have been helping me with these projects, because it just makes it even more special. And then it also came with these. And I wanted to do a video of using these items. Haven't had a chance yet, but I am going to use this in my weeks. Isn't that fun though? And I love the little teacups. It says matcha. So on here it says today, goals, gratitude, and these are little sojourners again. These are folios. This one kind of depicts the actual folio leather that it came in. And I do believe we still have some of these. If you guys are, if anyone's interested in it, I'll have to double check. Anyway, isn't that fun? You never see these live. You mean her items? And then, oh, this one. I see, gosh, my lighting. Okay, let me open this. By the way, the second part of that video is I am editing now. But like I said, I'm not really cutting out a lot. I'm leaving a lot of it in. This one might be slightly longer. I think it's like 45 minutes instead of 30 minutes like this first one. But you can always turn it off when you're done. So there you go. Oh, this lighting. So this is a Sojourner folio. These are stickers, like I said. These here are tabs, so you would fold it like that and it would just stick out. Isn't that fun? I didn't even know I needed little tiny Sojourner stickers until now. They're so fun. The bed also has some wonderful little stickers. There's so many artists that have all these cool stuff, but I love what she did here. Very super cute, love them. You know, I'm not sure if she's made this available in her shop. Are you still here, Brittany? Are these available in your shop? Because these fit specifically into weeks planners. And I would think that it would fit other planners as well. I'm here. Okay, are these available in your shop now? They are not up in my shop just yet. Oh, well, I hope I didn't blow it or something. But these are so fun, you guys. Love, love, love them. So, there you go. And I think that's kind of what I want to cover today. I will make them available this week. Great. Thank you, Brittany. So, yeah, fun. You guys pick them up from her shop. Use them for your planners or for your journals. I'm really loving stickers these days. And so, just super fun. And you're very welcome. Thank you for working with me on this project and for keeping it hush-hush. What was I saying? Oh, basically I'm going to go ahead and go so that I have more to talk about in the next couple of days, since I'm doing this every day of October. Please on YouTube. If you want to comment and add to the discussion, go ahead and do so. Like I said, these are going to be mostly on YouTube at this point. I'm trying to do it on Instagram as well, but I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to do that, especially when I'm out and about. And so if you want to ask any questions or anything like that, feel free to comment on this video once I'm off. It should be up. And anyway, so I wanted to just go ahead and say thank you so much once again for being here with me. I am so grateful for you guys. I mean, seriously, you're like part of the Sojourner family, and I just really, you guys help keep me going on this adventure. And so with all of that, thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Keep on documenting life as it happens. Bye-bye.